Cheap Not Broke fam, thank you for tuning back into the channel. Please hit that like button, that subscribe button. We're on the road to 20,000 subscribers. Each and every subscription helps. Hit that button. Cheap Not Broke fan, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. It is Monday. Welcome back to the show. Thank you for hitting that like button, hit that subscribe button. It's very much appreciated. Cheap Not Broke live. Cheap Not Broke live every Monday, every Wednesday, every Thursday. We go live on here. We talk money, business, travel, lifestyle, love, all that stuff. Everything revolves around money. I heard an interesting quote. It said, money's not everything. No, how'd the clip go? Money's not everything. No, nor is oxygen, but it's pretty close. Damn it, something like that. I don't know. I heard it was a pretty good quote. Anyway, something about money, whatever the case may be. Anyway, welcome back, everybody. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. You know, the weekend is never long enough. The weekend need to be about 3 days. Cause look, I can get into a whole thing about the weekend. Let me tell you something. First off, you only get one free day because Friday you got to work. You only get the night. You only get 4 hours. What, 4 or 5 hours? That's nothing. Okay, nothing. And then Saturday you get all day. Then Sunday you got to prepare for Monday. So you got to shut it down that night. So the only time you really got free time, a free 24 hours is Saturday. Sunday don't count because you're preparing for the next day for Monday. On Sunday, you can't stay up all night messing around. You got to get ready for Monday. Friday night, you got to work all day. So, you make it make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. Well, it does make sense to me. We just don't get a lot of time on the weekend. Anyway, let's get to it. What are we talking about tonight? Well, the tariff stuff is still in there. They're still talking about these tariffs. I said, man, I'm not going to do another show on tariffs right now. I can do a show on tariffs every day. But I said, I was watching somebody's TikTok page, and she had a very nice budget. And I said, ma'am, and she was explaining how she does her budget. And I said, this is very interesting. And then she builds budgets for a living and sells them on, what does she sell them on? Etsy? Yeah, Etsy. She sells them on Etsy. She builds budgets and sells them on Etsy. And I thought it was pretty interesting how she running her budget. You know, of course, she pays herself first. Then she has sinking funds. She has a sinking fund, and the sinking fund is where she puts all her money, in the sinking fund and allows herself to do what she wants to do based off of the sinking fund. I think she said she paid off $48,000 in debt, which is not easy. And the sinking fund, so what is a sinking fund? A sinking fund is a saving strategy where you set aside money little by little for a specific planned expense instead of getting hit with a big ball at once. You sink money in a separate fund over time till you're ready till the expense comes up. Oh, well, okay. I guess I do something like that. I don't call it a sinking fund. But yes, I do that. I save up for things. I don't just buy stuff at one time. Like, no, I don't never do that. I put my money here, put a little money there, put a little money over here, bam, 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 and then I get ready to go do what I need to do, But with the tariffs and all this stuff, some of your favorite things are going to cost more money. Some of your favorite things don't cost more money. I don't know what all those things are going to be. I don't know. Like, it's summertime too, man. This is the worst time for it to come up because people are outside, as they say, outside. It's so funny. People say, I'm outside. Well, damn, if you're either outside or inside, you only got one of the two. But outside has come this whole global event. Like, yeah, we outside. I think that's become a thing after COVID because, we was inside for a minute. So, but anyway, we don't want to go back to that. But anyway, the title of tonight's show is, does your budget work for you? Does your budget work for you? Does it? I don't know. Your budget changes. It's a living, breathing organism. It changes. It's not just a set thing. It should be. Some things should be set in place. Some things are not. And Does your budget work for you? How do you even budget? Now, I don't know, months ago, I got on here and I showed you my budget, how I budget on my stuff. But I'll do that again on another night, bring up the spreadsheet and show you all that. I'm trying to look for a nicer, cleaner way to do it. A lot of my budget, it has a lot of formulas, and some people jam up the formulas, and I got to lock them in place so they won't, so you can't mess up the formula and the budget will keep running for you. I got to figure that out, but I do have a whole budget. But anyway, we're just going to talk about it tonight. Conceptually, does your budget work for you? Do you feel like you have enough money to do everything you need to do or want to do or have to do? Well, need to do and have to do, same thing. But do you have enough money to do what the hell you need to do? Because I know some people who don't budget at all. Now, what do I mean by budget? When I say budget, I mean put that stuff on paper so you can see it. That's a real budget to me. When I'm talking about a budget, something on tangible paper, something on a computer, something where you can see your money coming in and going out. Where you take both pay periods and say, hey, well, how if you get paid 4 times a month, once a month, twice a month, whatever the case, you add all that up after taxes. This is how much I got. Then you take all your expenses, the stuff you got to pay out every month. This is how much I owe. And then after that, you see where you are. Do you have anything left over to save, put up, play around with, invest? What do you have? It's just a real thing. To be real with yourself, be honest with yourself. If you haven't, you should. You should take your pay periods for the month, add all that money up, then how much is going out the door. Some people don't do that because they don't really want to deal with the realities of this stuff. A budget is a reality check. It really lets you know, this is where I'm at. This is what I can do. After I get paid, you make $5,000 a month. After you pay everything out, you might have $1,500 or $1,000 left. That's a tight squeeze. So what you got to do, you either got to figure out how to get that 5,000 up to 7, or you got to get that 5, you got to get that, you got to get those expenses down. You got to get that $4,000 down. I was drawing a blank. 3,500, 4,000. You got to get that 4,000 down. One of the two. You got to get something. You got to move somewhere. But there's only so much cutting back you can do. You can go make endless amounts of money. But you can only cut back so much. After that, hey, there's nothing else to cut. There's the budget cuts. Hey, like I say, I like to serve my budget cuts with onions and green peppers when I'm serving up the budget cuts. Anyway, real question is do you feel like you gotta have enough money? Like, have you really looked at it on paper and said, this is how much I got, this is how much I have to spend, and figure out where you are at in the middle. Easier said than done, but you got to really do it. Now, a lot of people like to play games. Oh, I like to spend this much on gas. Like that. Look here, you set aside a allotted amount of money for gas and groceries. That changes all the time. You don't spend the same amount of money on gas and groceries. It changes. It's not like you're going to buy the same thing every time you go to the grocery store. In that case, everybody would be super efficient with buying food. You got the same list every month. I go in there. Hell, if you used it all that much, you can go in there and memorize the list and get what you need. It don't work like that. You go spend different amounts of money on food. Now, the fixed expenses, the water, the gas, the rent, the mortgage, the car payment, car insurance, life insurance, all that stuff, you got to figure out, that stuff is fixed. You need to know how much am I paying for this. All the other stuff, it moves up and down a little bit. Just a little bit. Gas moves up and down a little bit. Food moves up and down a little bit. But those monthly expenses, the utilities, don't. Living, lodging, house, apartment, whatever the case, that don't go up and down. So you got, you can get that money figured out pretty quick. You should know how much is coming out the door with that. Then after that, bam, this is how much I got. Gas, groceries, you got to get that stuff. And then whatever you want to do, what else you want. You should invest. You should pay yourself first. Yes, pay yourself first. Set aside I know it can be hard for some people to do it, but put aside a certain amount of money that you're going to pay yourself. It's like, hey, look, I work for me. Let me pay me. Let me cut me a check. You got to do that for yourself. Cut you a check. You got to do that. Cut you a check first and then pay everybody else. Now, the easy thing about that is whatever it may be, make sure you can do it. Now, I remember one time I was trying to save so much money, I was broke. I'm like, damn it, I'm trying to put up too much money. Now I got to dig into the money I saved. Put aside a reasonable amount of money that you're going to save. $100, $200, $500, whatever you can do. At least 25. At least if you can't save $25, well, damn it, save 10. I'm not going to, no shame here. No shame here. You do what you can. But at least if you can, $25. $25, put that up every pay period. 25, and if the 25 feels comfortable after 90 days, then you try to get it up to 50. Then you go up to 75 and 100, and then boom, 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 keep going there. So you gradually get, increase it. But over time, this money is paying you. Either you put it in like a money market, put it in the stock market. Stock market's been kicking people's ass this week. Stock market, you've been losing a lot of money. You better check your money. I lost some money on everything. I've lost money on everything. But, your money market, your CD, your whatever the case you may be, that's not in the stock market, that money don't go up and down. Safe place to put your money. I mean, even investing right now, you can still buy low. Even if it's down. Like, well, damn it, I can buy me some stuff. So it's not a bad thing when the market is down. You can buy. Then it go up and you're in the money. So it's not all, the market's never bad. It's never bad. It's only bad when you have money in it and you're losing it. But if you don't and you're going to buy some stuff, it makes sense. But here nor there, is that in your budget? Can you afford to do that? Can you afford to buy a share per week? Me, with my budget, I like to buy a share per week. I know how many shares of whatever I got. I set aside X amount of dollars, and I just try to buy a couple shares a week. I do that. Then I put some money up in my money market, put some money up in my CD. I put some money in like 4 places. But I have a set amount of money. I say, okay, every time I get paid, boom, this don't go. This does not this gets accounted for, but not in this money. If you're making $3,000 and you're gonna put away $500, if you can do that, hey, you make $2,500. You don't make $3,000. I make $2,500. This $500 is gone. It goes away. I'm not gonna even count it. I'm not gonna count it because then you be like, damn, you're always gonna find something you can do with the money. That's where it becoming a problem. You can find something else to do with that money. It's easy. There's always something you want to buy. Man, I haven't been on Temu in a minute. Why? Because there's always something for me to buy. I haven't been on Temu. No, I have not. Haven't bought no shoes. No, I have not. I haven't done anything. I've been saving money. I've been trying to put some money up stuff, trying to put some money away and all that stuff, trying to travel for my birthday, all that. Been trying to put some money away, trying to save up. However, I do it with my budget. I put the money in. I got my budget on a spreadsheet. You might be old school, want to do it with a pen and a paper. That's not my thing. It's very confusing because I like to come back to following money and look at stuff. I got my debt that I'm paying off on a credit card. Got that on a spreadsheet so I can see how much is going towards principal, how much is going towards interest, because they don't break that down for you. They just put the amount of interest on there. You make the payment and there you go. But you don't really know how much you're decreasing by, because if you're just paying the interest, you're doing nothing. You got to hit the principal, so you want to know what that is. You want to know how much that costs, so you got to put all that on there. I got all that on there. Groceries, give myself like $250 a month. $300 a month. Yeah, $300 a month. Now I don't spend all that every month because I go to Costco and some stuff I can buy. It doesn't. Oh man, come back. There we go. Some stuff I buy, I don't have to buy it that often. Costco, I don't buy toilet paper that often. I don't buy paper towels that often. So I cut that off the budget because I was going to buy that stuff all the time, especially when I was going to Dollar Tree, Dollar General. They only sell you 4 rolls. I go buy 2, and then I'll be back the next week. That's how they get you. You go in there for $1 or something, but you come back so often because you got to keep buying and buying and buying. That's how they get you. Costco, man, I'll see y'all in 6 months. See ya. 6 months. Water, I buy my water, paper towels, toilet paper, all that stuff. Get all that out of Costco. Every 6 months, I got to go get that stuff. I don't have to buy it. Saves me money. Cuts off my budget, right? I cut back on my budget. What else do I do to cut my budget? If I can pay anything annually, because what I also did what I have on my budget is all my subscriptions when they're due, and then some stuff I pay for the year. Some stuff I have annual because I got this like the software I'm using to get on YouTube right now. Gotta pay for that. Gotta pay for my website. Gotta pay for all this stuff. cheapnotbroke.com. All this stuff costs money, but I pay for some of this stuff annually. Get it off my budget so I don't be there linking around as a line item on my budget. So I try to keep my budget as clean as I can, and I just like to see where all the hell my money's going. Your money be doing a lot, and you be spending a lot. It be doing a lot of stuff. So I like to see where the hell my money's going. That's why I have multiple accounts. I got several bank accounts, several bank accounts. Hey, mom. Hi, mom. Mom's watching. Um, let's see. Yeah, I got several bank accounts because I need to see where the hell my money was going. Everybody, if you're on the call, drop a comment, hit the like button, or drop an emoji, drop a thumbs up or emoji. Let me know. Have you ever been in a situation where you went out on the weekend having a good time, then all of a sudden Monday, all those pending charges start posting on your account. Next thing you know, you're in the red because you spent too much money over the weekend because you didn't realize, it don't happen no more, but you didn't realize, all this stuff is pending. Everything don't come out your account. And then your available balance still shows this, but it still has these pending amounts. And then on Monday, all that stuff come out. Next thing you know, you're $35 in the red because all those charges came out. You're like, wait a minute, what the hell is going on? That's right. You went out to the club. The bar didn't charge you until Monday morning. They didn't charge you. So you went and did some other stuff on Sunday night. You went to do, I don't know, you went to Ross. Nah, Ross ain't going to do that. Who else? I don't know. You went to H&M somewhere, wherever the hell you went. You went to go get some clothes. They don't hit you up until Tuesday. That money coming out. It's a damn shame. So I used to have those problems. So what did I do? I have an operating account. I have the miscellaneous account. I have my long-term savings account, short-term savings account, bill account, credit card account, emergency fund account. That's 7 accounts right there. And what other account I got? Subscription account, 8. So that's like 8 accounts. I got like 8 accounts. I got a lot of accounts. Because I got to see where my money's going. I can't have my money all in one place. I got to see where is my money going. Because it gets tough, man. You don't know what the hell. You ever have some money laying around like, what is this? What the hell did I get an extra $400 for? What is this? I know I don't have an extra $400. What the hell does money come from? Where does this money come from? Mr. Hall. Both of the parentals watching. Hello, Mr. Hall. So got both of the parentals watching. Yeah, and this is where I get it from. I get it from them. Anyway, yeah, I got all this. Got money laying around. You don't know what it's for. So what I start doing when I transfer money, I label it. I label all my money. I just can't let my money move around like that. I label it. If I transfer money for this, electricity, transfer the money. And then every time I'm transferring the money out, because you got your operating account where your check goes into. Because what happens is this: you don't want your money attached to any account with a debit card, because you do overspend, they'll take the money out of the regular account. Like, no, don't do that. So you don't have your money. You got your debit card attached to an account where you don't keep no money in it. If you need to use money, you transfer money in that account. In case your card gets compromised or stolen, they can't take nothing. There's nothing to take, because I don't keep that. I don't keep no money in here. Debit card. Anytime I need money, I transfer it in, then I transfer it out. The money where you keep the account where you keep all your money, you don't have no card for that. So there's no way. There's no way for that money to get out. You don't want nobody to have access to that money, so you keep that out. So you got your operating account. I gotta draw a diagram. I'm not gonna do it right now. Heck no. Okay. I might do it. I'm gonna do it. Let me see if I can get paint. Paint. Where's the paint? I'm gonna draw a diagram. Paint. Oh man, they don't have paint on here. I hadn't used paint in so long. They don't have nothing I can draw on. Nope. And nope. Nothing I can draw on, so I can't draw the diagram. Oh well. Damn it, we'll try it another night. I got to draw it up. I have to draw it up in advance. Anyway, so you got your operating account, boom. And then you got your debit card account, bam, over here. Then you got your long-term savings account, short-term savings account. I'm not about to air draw it. You get the point. You know what I'm saying? But you just got to be able to see your money. You got to have your money moving around. And don't keep all your money in one bank. Don't keep all your money in one bank. Have that money scattered in a couple places. Just because, in case something they got problems in one. Like I had problems in one bank. My bank was going through, I don't know, an upgrade, something. I don't know. They were going through a software update. Man, screwed the bank up for like a week. Couldn't do anything. Everything was manual. You had to call in to like transfer money and stuff like that. Nah, I had my money go somewhere else. I had my money in another bank so I can keep it moving. Because otherwise I would have been stuck. It was a mess. It was really a mess. And I was out of town when this happened. Man, then my car got frozen. Oh man, it was pain in the ass. It was really pain in the ass. But we got through it. It's all good. Got through that. It's all good. But anyway, budget. And this is all about budget. This is all budgeting. It's just being able, budget is being able to see your money. Being able to see your money. But you got to update it though, because it's easy just to make one. But are you going to go in there once a month, once every 2 weeks? You should go in there every pay period, every time you get paid. Go in there, update that budget. Put those expenses in there, see what you actually spent the money on, and actual. You got your actual, you got the budget versus your actual, what you actually spent and what you got budgeted. That's, accounting terms. Actual versus budget. So you got that, and you want to see what you're doing, where you at. Because let me tell you something. If you get rich and you get $1 million, which everybody on this call is going to get $1 million, I'm speaking into an existence. Speaking into existence. Yeah. Everybody's going to get $1 million on the call. And then you really going to need somebody to manage your money. You can't manage all that kind of money by yourself. It's too much going on. You got lawyers, you got accountants, you got all kind of insurance policies. You got a lot of stuff going on. So you got to be able to see what the hell going on, because them people will get over on you. I mean, you making what, $20 million? $10 million? What if somebody transfer $50,000? You're not going to notice that. You got it. You're not going to really pay attention to $50,000 or $10,000, $5,000. Nothing. That's pennies to you. You got $10 million. $5,000 is pennies. Pennies. It's pennies to you. So if somebody taking that kind of money from you, you're not going to even notice. Just going to sneak out the back door with your money. You hear it all the time. Rich people be getting robbed. Athletes, they be getting robbed. Now, because these guys are young, they're coming into money from nowhere, so I'm pretty sure it takes some time to learn how to manage that money. But you hit the lottery, you're going to have to trust some people to manage your money. And what are you going to do? How are you going to know? How the hell would you know? You need a system in place. How would you know? Even right now, if somebody was taking $5 a day from you, how would you know? Especially if you got $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, a couple $1,000 in the accounts. You're not going to know. You're not going to really know. And then you're spending money. Money's coming in and out. You're not going to notice somebody taking $5 from you. You're not. What are you going to do about it? How would you know? You got to have a budget, ladies and gentlemen. You got to have a budget. Now, part another thing about budget, not just writing on paper. Budget is also being able to say, no. That costs too much. Nope, I'm out. That's the budget, is the ceiling and the floor. It's like, hey, I'm not going between this and this is my budget. You ever go try to do business with somebody and ask you, well, what's your budget? Man, that's classified. Don't ask me that, because my budget might be $500. Your prices might be $300. But if I tell you $500 is my budget, you're going to increase your prices to my budget. You tell me your price, and I will let you know it's within my budget. I don't like just telling people what my budget is. Like, what's your budget? Man, mind your business. Don't ask me that. What's your price? How much does it cost? Let me know. And then, it's how much? Oh, no. Okay, I can't. That's too much. Thank you. See, you don't have nothing to lose. This is your price. But when I tell you my budget, you can increase your price to fit my budget to make more money. If this is your price, it doesn't meet my budget, well, I'm just asked out. And you keep on moving. You keep it moving, because you're not taking a loss, dealing with me and my petty budget, my little small budget. You're not dealing with me in that. So let me know. Let me know how y'all keep your budget. Drop a comment. Let me know, how do you keep your budget? What do you do for your budget? And how do you do it? What do? You keep it on paper? You put it on a spreadsheet? I'm a spreadsheet guy, of course. I keep it in Excel, Google Sheets, stuff like that. That's how I keep my budget, so I know what the hell is going on. And like I said, it's not really hard. You know how much money you're making. You know how much money you make, especially if you got a job. You know how much you're getting paid every 2 weeks. Put that down. Multiply that by 2. Bam. This is how much I make. Then multiply that by 12. That's how much you make for the year. Not whatever's on face value on your salary. Oh, I'm making $100,000. Yay. And now you're probably taking home 70 after taxes. You probably see 70. And then after they tax you again, probably 50. Because you pay all these taxes on bullshit. Every time you pay taxes when you get your check, then you pay taxes all when you're spending your check. Government getting money hand over fist, taking all your money. If you got $1 from the government, they're going to take 10 cents, and every 5 cents you spend, they're going to take another penny for taxes. You can't run from them. You can't run from taxes. You're going to run into taxes. You can't run from taxes, but you damn sure run into them. You damn sure will. All right, everybody. Let's take a quick break. And we'll be right back. We're back. We're back talking budget, how you spend your money, what you're doing with your money, how you see your money. Do you look at your money? Do you spend any time with your money? Or do you part ways with your money as soon as you get it? A lot of people part ways with their money as soon as they get it. Friday night is a thief, a robber, a madman, just stealing everybody's money. Friday night, oh man, he's a good one. Friday night just be coming there, taking everybody. Give me your money. Give me your money. Friday night, stick them up Friday night. I'm trying to tell you, you got to get yourself under control, man. Friday night will have you poor, broke, destitute. I'm trying, because you be work been kicking your ass all week. You've been working hard. They've been getting on your nerves. Can't wait till Friday. Oh, can't wait till Friday. Go out, throw a couple back, get you something good to eat, buy you something new. All your money gone. And you don't even think about it because you don't have no budget. If you had a budget, you'd be like, oh, no, I can't do all this. But you don't have no budget. You get that money hit your account, you out of here. Some people live like that. Some people, as soon as they get paid, they go spending their money on frivolous stuff. Don't even pay themselves first. Don't even put up $25. You can put up $25. Save $25. Put away $25, $50, $100. Something. Didn't the Lord tell you to give 10%? Still got to give you 10%. Got to donate to your church, some charity, if that's what you do. Everybody ain't generous. But that's what you want to do. But you got to do something. You got to do something. And you got to have a way to see your money. You got to have to save. The more money you make, the harder it's going to be to deal with. Because you got to be able to see it somehow. People can rob you, steal from you. I'm trying to tell you. All right. So, speaking of budget, now there are a lot of budget tools out there. I'm not a fan of the software. I'm not putting my information in none of these apps. And they're going to do all that budget crap for me. I'm straight. I'm old school. I'm going to do it myself. But I'm not going to. Because look, I don't want my information compromised and all of a sudden, no, I'm just not doing it. I'm not putting my information in none of these apps, none of these budget apps. I've seen a few of them. They look nice, but then I look at them like, man, this looks like garbage. I don't want to deal with this. I'll do it on my own. And you can do it on your own too. It's very simple. I said it. I already said it. I already told you. How much you make for the month? Bam. If it's one pay period, you get paid once, okay, cool. However many times you get paid for the month, multiply that by 2. If you get paid twice, 4 times. However many times you get paid, multiply that by the amount you get paid. Bam. That's how much you got for the month. Then go down and list all your expenses. Now I like to tell people to categorize their expenses. You have utilities, and then you have not miscellaneous, utilities, like your fixed expenses, the expenses that is not going to change every month. Then you have your subscriptions, and then you have your variable costs. Like I like to say variable costs, food, gas, entertainment. Not necessarily entertainment, because you can set aside a certain amount of money to go do stuff with. You don't have to go out there playing with your money every week. Like, no, look, I'm giving myself $250 for the weekend to go play. And if I can't make it happen with $250, well, damn it, I can't do it. If you can't do it, for $250, don't do it. Leave it alone. It's hard. It's difficult. But once you do it enough, you'll get used to it. Or he'll make you go make some more money. Be like, you know what? I can't do this. That's what my budget did. My budget made me realize, you know what? I need some more money. This is not enough. I'm barely making ends meet. They not meeting. Here are the ends. They not meeting. They did right here. But they don't want to meet. I'm like, why y'all don't want to meet? Because I wasn't making enough money. Now, ends meet. But before that, ends was like, right here, hey, I want to meet you, but I can't meet you. Why? Because we don't make enough money. Maybe one day us two ends can meet. Can't meet. Ends couldn't meet. You want to make the ends meet, but damn it, you're not making enough money. So if anything, your budget will make you realize you're not making enough money. Maybe you need to go, pick up a side hustle, get a raise, find a new gig. Whatever the case, whatever you feel like you need to do is necessary to make you make more money. You should do it. But looking at it on paper will make you realize where you're at. You might be cutting it close every month. Robbing Peter to pay Paul. Robbing Peter to pay Paul. And Paul needed his money. Paul needed money, and Peter gonna kick your ass for robbing him. So, robbing Peter to pay Paul. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. All right, everybody. So, let me know. Drop a comment on budgets. I'll get on here one night and do the budget show and show you how I do it, how I work it. I did put it in the video I did do. I did put it in the description. But you know what? I'm going to have a free budget template for everybody because everybody needs it. I'm going to start putting it in the description of all the videos so you can find the template to the budget. That'll be great. That'll work. All right, cool. Bam. Got that down. All right. Now, you know what time it is. It's news time. But before we get into news, man, let's talk tariffs. The tariffs. Donald Trump is the tariff sheriff. He's the tariff sheriff. That's what he is. That's what he's become. He's become tariff sheriff. He out here just issuing tariffs. Out here like he giving out tariffs like police tickets. Speeding tickets. He just getting there. You get a tariff. You get a tariff. Pull over. You get a tariff. I don't care. Everyone must pay. They're robbing us. We're trying to bring more jobs home. We're trying to bring more. You know how Donald Trump talk. You know how Donald Trump talk. All right. Let me get my news articles together for ya. Cause it's always some interesting news going on in the world. Is it not? Is it not? If I get this to get together, get my stuff together. Pawn. Yeah, we got some interesting news out here. There's always some interesting news going on, but most of the stuff that's going on in the news is tariff stuff. All right, I'm trying to tell you, all tariff stuff, all about these tariffs, all about these tariffs. All right, get my news organized, get my stuff straight. Okay, cool. Bam, we're ready. Now we're ready. All right, so let's do it. It is time for that good old interesting news. Okay. Price of Lululemon's leggings could jump due to Trump's hefty tariffs on Vietnam. Lululemon's already expensive. I don't buy Lululemon. It's expensive. I get my stuff from Temu. I buy my stuff other places. The price of Lululemon's popular leggings and yoga wear could soon jump by more than 10%. Damn! Because of President Donald Trump's sweeping reciprocal tariffs, according to industry experts, the high-end athleisure is in the tariffs bullseye, with the bulk of its manufacturing sourced from countries where among the hardest hit. Brian Wilbur Blair and I don't care who wrote that. Lululemon has 40% of its products made in Vietnam, which U.S. plans to hit with 45% tariff. Another 40% of Lululemon garments are produced in Cambodia, Sri Lanka, Indonesia, Bangladesh, which face tariffs of 32 to 49%. Oh, okay. Damn. So that's half the price going up. That's a lot. So what they about to do? Make that stuff here? You gonna pay the same amount of money? What you think you'll get it cheaper in the United States? I doubt it. This means Lululemon's trademark $118 leggings could spike to as much as $132. More than 60% of Lululemon's sales came from the U.S. in 2024, and now the firm is facing a blended tariff rate of 39%. Damn! Got his finger all on your neck. His foot on your neck. That's tough. I don't know, man. I'm looking to see what stuff I need and want, because I'm not trying to get hit upside the head by these tariffs either. So whatever you want, you better order. I think the tariffs kick in on Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. So pay attention, everybody. Pay attention. Spirit Airlines CEO Ted Christie quits just months before he was due to get $3.8 million bonus. Man, he had to really be going through some things to get quit over that $3.8 million. I'm sitting around for my $3.8 million. You damn crazy. Spears announces on Monday that President and CEO Ted Christie has officially stepped down from his role and resigned from the board of directors effective immediately, several months before he was due to receive $3.8 million. What the hell? Who is going to turn down $3.8 million? Not me. I'm sticking around. I don't give a damn what y'all call me. Y'all call me all kind of names. You call me N-word every day. I'm going to get my $3.8 million. I'm going to be calling you names in the midst of it too. But I'm going to get my $3.8 million. I need my money. I need that money. The transition comes as the Florida-based low-cost carrier continues to grapple with financial woes, ongoing restructuring efforts, a recent Chapter 11 bankruptcy filing. On March 12th, Spirit Airlines put out a statement indicating that it emerged from Chapter 11 proceedings by reducing approximately $795 million in debt through consensual devaluing plan. Oh, so they're not in bankruptcy anymore. The company also secured $350 million in equity investment from existing investors to support future growth and enhance customer experiences. Spirit will continue to be led by Christie, President Executive, as his existing executive team by the company's statement. Whoa. It's unclear what prompted the airline to reverse course in such a short period of time. I thought he quit. Just a week prior to bankruptcy, Christie reportedly received $3.8 million retention bonus and money was enabled. Wait a minute. This is conflicting. This said he quits just 3 months before he was due $3.8 million. Right? Did it not just say that? And then, just a week prior to bankruptcy filing in November, Chris reportedly received a $3.8 million retention bonus, money he would be entitled to keep if he remained with the firm for another year. But his ouster likely means he won't see any of that bonus. Okay, I'm about to say, you aren't making sense. A Spirit spokesperson declined to comment. The president is not named a permanent successor yet. Well, I mean, maybe they'll get somebody in there that'll value customer service, because Spirit's customer service is TRASH, trash, garbage. It's all garbage. The team will include Fred Cromer, Executive Vice President of Chief Financial Officer, blah, 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 blah. I don't care. It must have been pretty bad for the man. For the man to quit and leave his $3.8 million on the table? Come on now, baby. You're supposed to take that money. What do you mean? $3.8 million you left it on the table because you got tired of the people at the job. Not me. Not I. I'm sticking around for my money. I need my money. I need them coins. And he left them coins on the table. It must have been pretty bad. It had to be pretty bad for him to leave the coins on the table. Oh, man. Hold on. Let me switch cameras, man. That's crazy. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? Are y'all here? The man left $3.8 million on the table. Why? I need some context. Why would he quit before the bonus was due? You can at least take the bonus and haul ass. I'm not sticking around for that. I mean, you could have got the bonus and haul ass. Why would he leave the money? Something bad had to happen. I don't know. Maybe somebody was grabbing his ass on the way to his desk. He don't know. They're sexually harassing him. Who knows? Something wild. I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there. All kind of shit can happen. Who knows? Maybe he didn't like the lunch. They were serving him roast beef. He didn't like it. Something had to be pretty bad. Somebody had to come in his office and fart and leave it. They farted in his office and left it there. I don't know. All this tariff talk. Let's see. U.S. Steel shares surged to 16% after Trump orders fresh new review of Nipplestein's bid. That's not what we want to talk about. Where's my other story? Well, hell, everything's about tariffs. So what? All right, well, oh well. Literally everything's about damn tariff. Tariff is everything. As tariffs hit luxury imports, expected to resale market for Ferraris, watches, and wine more to boom. As tariffs hit high-end imports from Patak, Philippines to Porsches, an extra tax, the luxury resale market is expected to boom. And anticipated that prices from everything from used Ferraris to secondhand watches and vintage wine will soar as shoppers panic over tariffs. Collectors, meanwhile, will be all too happy to part way with their goods at such a premium. A source who stores vintage cars for wealthy owners, told me that he's already receiving inquiries about clients interested in selling at least one vehicle from their collections. Vintage cars may be especially attractive because not only are they tariff-free, they are also unencumbered by pesky supply chain issues that have plagued the market for new cars and other things. Oh, man. So I guess if you got some vintage stuff, I don't know if anybody got a Ferrari on this call, but if you do, hey, I guess you can make some money off of it right now. Nothing wrong with that. Get that money, baby. Get that money. So, get that money. These tariffs are getting out of pocket. Man. Like I said, only thing I really noticed with the tariffs, of course, that's not eggs aren't a tariff problem. Strawberries went up, but I did find them somewhere else, $5. I found some $5 strawberries. I want to say I take it back what I said about the farmer's market. I did go out to the farmer's market this weekend, and I did find some decently priced things prior to. I was talking trash about the farmer's market. I said all the stuff is overpriced. It's garbage. It's not garbage. It's rare. It's very good, very fresh, very good stuff. It's not garbage. But I felt like the prices were garbage. But I went out there and I said these prices aren't bad. I haven't been out there in a long time, so I did get a couple things. Got me some honey, mango honey. Yeah, mango honey. It was good. I got to taste it. I ain't tasted it, but I've had it before. It's really good. But I got that, and I got some other things out there because I've been in the grocery store, and now I was able to price compare. Started realizing stuff was growing up from tariffs, and think, all this stuff from the farmer's market, homegrown. This stuff is not shipped in. These are local farmers, local people making their own products and selling them at the farmer's market. So I'm like, hey, I'm supporting my local economy, and I get to skip out on tariffs because they're not charging me tariffs because y'all making this stuff right out here in the backyard. So if you got a local farmer's market and you feel like you're paying too much for your vegetables or some other things, some of your perishables, maybe take a stroll out to the farmer's market. They're on the weekend. You got to look them up in your area and see. Maybe you can get some better priced items from the farmer's market. Not a bad place. Not a bad place to go. So check that out. Go to the farmer's market. They had some strawberries for $5 out there. That's why I got them. In the store, they were like $6.94. What? And then they let me taste the strawberry before I got it. So I knew what I was getting. And they were good. So, and then, locally sourced. You know where the stuff is coming from. I think this person, they tried to use minimal pests. They don't use pesticides, something like that. That's what they were telling me. But anyway, I had a great time. They had this bike event out here in Los Angeles called Ciclavia. If you haven't heard of it, if you come to Los Angeles, take part in Ciclavia. You got to look it up before you come. It's a good event, great event. You get to go outside, ride your bikes around the whole city. They shut down like 5-6 miles of the city, major roads in Los Angeles, and you get to ride your bike. It's kids, adults, everybody's out there. You got vendors on the side of the road. You just ride your bike up and down casually. It's not a race or anything like that. Real casual, real cool. And as I was doing that yesterday, I rolled up on the farmer's market, and I realized I get to skip out on the tariffs because there are no tariffs at the farmer's market. You better not charge me no tariffs at the farmer's market. I'll never come back to this thing again. I was going to say something else, but I'm not using no profanities. All right. Another story. Airlines are bracing for turbulence as Trump tariffs threaten to hit travel demand. Huh? How? The airline industry. Wait. There we go. Airlines are bracing for turbulence as Trump tariffs threaten to hit airline travel demand. The airline industry is bracing for severe turbulence as the escalating global trade war over President Trump's tariffs threatens to upend travel demand. Major carriers are expected to cut their 2025 outlooks when they begin reporting earnings in the coming weeks, and a few already have sounded the alarm. Last month, Delta Airlines slashed its first quarter revenue and profit guidance for the year, citing decreased consumer and corporate confidence. American Airlines Southwest also cut their first half outlook. The long threatened tariffs, which have led to worse stock market sell-off. This doesn't tell me exactly what's going on. Overseas booking during this usual busy summer period between June and August are down 13% compared to last year as of March 31st. Aviation data serum whatever reported. The bookings from Europe and to America are minus 25% for the summer. It's minus 18% over the last 90 days. I attribute to people deciding to go to Canada or South America or Egypt. CEO Sebastian Bezos. Well, they still fly to all them places, though. According to the largest hospitality company in Europe and operates such as brands as Softail and Novotel and Fairmont, as well as dozens of other brands. Meanwhile, Canadians are canceling their trip to the U.S. en masse as they express outrage over the escalating trade war. Canadians are a top source of international travel to the U.S. Yeah, I can imagine so. They're right there. They're right there. So everybody's traveling down. So what does that mean? What does that mean? Maybe, just maybe, the prices will bottom out. Because they got to make these seats. They got to make this money somehow. So my thoughts would tell me some of these trips are going to get a little cheaper. Because they got to get people on the flights, and the international flights. So they're going to have to encourage people to go. They're going to have to encourage something. They got to get some type of in spending encouraged some way. So I would tell you to look. If you're looking to go somewhere international, start checking those prices and see if they're going to drop. They might drop. I don't know for sure, but I do know the airlines, they're going to have to make up that change somehow. They're going to have to make up that money. So if your planes are less full, you're probably going to drop the prices of the flights to get more people to buy the flights so you can fill them up. You want to fill up the plane. You don't want no half-empty plane crossing the ocean. That's bad business. You don't want that. You want people spending money on these flights. So I can imagine that'll be happening. I don't know if the hotels will be affected. Probably so, because you don't have as much occupancy. You don't have as many people staying there. So look at that. I know you want to get out for the summer. You got Juneteenth. You got Memorial Day, Juneteenth, 4th of July. So you got 3 holidays coming up next day. Hey, might as well take yourself somewhere. Go enjoy yourself. You're working hard all winter in the cold, ashy, lips been chapped. Why not go out there and get your little sun? Go play in the sun. Splash the water. Ooh, ooh. You know what I mean. Go out there and splash the water. But do it at a reasonable cost now. Do it at a reasonable cost. Depends on where you live. Now, if you live in the middle of the country like Colorado, yeah, I don't know. You got to pay to go everywhere. You're not close to nowhere. You're not close to no. It don't matter. Wherever you at, figure out where you want to go, how much you want to pay, and make it happen. Enjoy yourself. Life is all about experiences, right? Life is all about experience. Now, here at Cheap Not Broke, I am not preaching hoard all your money, don't do anything. Don't do anything. No, I am not. I've never said that. I'm saying find the best deal, the best bang for your buck, and go make it happen. Live life at your price. You know what I'm telling you. Live life at your price. But figure out how much you want to do. You can't go to Europe. You might can't go do that. You might can go to Mexico. You might have to go stateside. You might have to go to Miami. You might have to go to LA. You might have to go to Denver, Houston, Arizona, New York, somewhere. But figure out where you can go where it makes sense. Now, if you do want to go international, maybe you want to save your money and go during the off season. Now, some places it gets cold. Some places in the world it never gets cold. Like I went to Cartagena 2 years. Cartagena was 3 years ago. Sheesh. Cartagena was 3 years ago? Oh, yeah. Well, I went to Cartagena 3 years ago because I went to Cartagena, then I went to Thailand, then I went to Brazil last year. So I went to those 3 places, and man. Oh, lost my train of thought. Yeah, travel. Anyway, travel prices going down. Look all that stuff up. You know, see where you want to go, what you want to do. Oh, yeah, talking about where you want to go. Yeah, go where you want to go. You know, maybe you have to go somewhere local. Figure it out. Or if you do have like a destination place that you want to go to, see when it's the best time to go. Holidays, not so much. But if that's the only time you got off from work, you can get off from work. Got to do what you got to do. But, yeah, I was saying. Yeah, Cheap Not Broke. I encourage you to go out and live your life. Live your life. Live your best life at your price, though. Don't go out there. If everybody's spending all this money going to Hawaii, don't do that. You do what you can afford. Because you still got to come back. Still got to live. Still got to take care of the expenses and all that stuff when you come back home. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't go and live your life. Life is all about experiences. That's what I was saying. Life is all about experience. And you want to experience as much as you can for the least amount of money as you can. You don't want to be out there overpaying. Why you want to do that? No. You don't want to do that? No. What's a good place? Puerto Rico. If you don't have a passport, Puerto Rico's a good place to go. Beautiful ocean, a lot of good stuff. Puerto Rico's a good place. Virgin Island, Puerto Rico, 2 places you can go without a passport. And they're local. Caribbean's not bad. But I would say, yeah, Colombia's a good spot. Colombia's a good spot if you want to go international. It's right. It's 2 hours across the pond. If you're coming from Florida, other places, it's going to take you a little longer. But good place to go. Good place to go. And what we're talking about tonight, the budget. Make sure you put it in your budget. Look how much the flights are. Look how much the hotel is. And track it. See, okay, this is how much it's going to cost me. It's going to cost me, $1,500, $2,000. If I put away this amount of money for this time period, I can go. That's how you budget. Then you're going to need a little more money on top of that because you're going to need some money when you get there. You can't get there with no money. Can't get there just be poor. You got to have some money to go. And you need some money when you get there. So I watched this video. I don't know if you saw the video on my channel. This girl asked, hey, y'all, I just wanted to ask y'all, is $150 enough to go international? No. Hell no. You can't, man, listen, you can't go cross state. You can't even leave your county for $150. What you talking about? Man, you need way more money to go international. What are you talking about? What are you saying? No way. You're crazy. Now, I wouldn't travel with nobody with no money either. I've never traveled with anybody that didn't have any money, but I've heard the stories. They're nightmares. Know who you're traveling with, because I'm not about to get over here spending all my money on you. Now I can't do what I want to do because we got to feed you and take care of you. Hell no. That's not happening. Not happening. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. But anyway, that's what we got. That's what we got for tonight, everybody. The budget. The budget. Live life at your price, but make sure you stay in your budget. You want to stay in your budget. You want to look. That's your friend's budget. You don't make as much as your friends, and everybody don't be honest on how much money they're making and spending. People don't always tell the truth about that. So you figure out what works for you. And if you can't do it, you can't do it. Or you do it when you can. Sometimes, if you want to go somewhere and do some traveling or whatever, you got to save up a little bit. You're trying to invest in some stocks, you got to save up, or just set aside a certain amount of money to put away each pay period. Sinking fund. How much is it going to cost you? How long are you willing to wait? Well, if I save up money for 4 months, I can have it then. There you go. Put it in your sinking fund. It makes sense. And all the stuff that you want, put it down on a list and see how much it costs. Keep a running budget on what you want so you know how much it is. So you're like, oh man, this costs too much. No, you might. Or you know how long you need to save for it. You might need to save a little bit longer for it. So put those things aside on a list so you know. So I got a little list of all the stuff I want off Amazon. It's like $5,000. But it's equipment. It's equipment. I want a drone off of there. It's equipment stuff. That's why it's like that much. But it's not just a bunch of random things. It's equipment. It's the stuff to make cheap, not broke, better. All the stuff is to make cheap, not broke better. That's all about, baby. Cheap, not broke. Making it better. Improving the experience for you all. And I did shoot some stuff for Sick La Via. I just got to edit it. It takes me a little time. But I'm going to get it done. I'm going to get it done. Anyway, like I said, this Friday is finally here. It's finally the week of. Got my comedy show, Flower Bed Funnies comedy show, hosted by myself at Plantitas Flower Shop in Long Beach, California. The LBC, Snoop hometown. He told you about it. Warp Seville, Dello Brown, Daisy Gonzalez, Andre Bailey, John Grimes, and me. I will be the host. Get your tickets. Take a picture of the QR code right there. Even if you can't come, just buy a ticket and support your boy. Just get a ticket and support your boy and be there in spirit. That helps too. Because we got to sell these tickets, man. All right? And there we have it. Cheap Not Broke. Cheap Not Broke live on the Monday. We return on Wednesday. I'm debating, y'all. Somebody said, man, I should add another day. Drop a comment before I go. Should I add another day? Should we go to Cheap Not Broke 4 days a week? Should we go to 4 days a week? I'm trying to debate. I want to add something different to it. I want to add a little trivia. I'm a real big geography guy. I want to add trivia to the show. I want to add trivia, the news, and I got some, I do characters and stuff, so I'm trying to make the show a little more interesting, trying to just provide a little more value to you all. So I'm working on it. It's always a working process, but a lot of this is just me. It's just me. I am the way, the truth, and the light for Jeep Not Broke. So every day. Oh shit. Woo. I don't know about every day. Oh, V Money, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you tuning in. Every day. One day, I'm gonna make my way up to it. But I'm thinking about adding a fourth day. Sometimes it's just a little tough to figure out, like, man, what I want to talk about. But it's always something to talk about. It's always something to discuss. I think I just need to add some different segments of the show to make it more, like I like traveling. Traveling is a great thing to me. I like cooking too. I've been meaning to record. I've been saying I'm gonna do a live show in the kitchen. I'm gonna do it. I'm working on it. I got to figure it out. Next week, I'm gonna put a deadline. I'm gonna do it next week. We're gonna do a live show cooking. I'm gonna do a live show cooking in the kitchen, and we're gonna sauce it up. So we're gonna do that next week. Live show. Hold me to it. Let me write it down on my phone. Live show. I'm about to set the cameras up over the weekend, but we're gonna do a live show of me cooking in the kitchen. Cooking Cheap Not Broke. We'll do Cheap Not Broke meals. And if it goes well, we'll start doing live shows in the kitchen. I can always do some other things. So we're going to see how that goes. Do a live show in the kitchen of me cooking. Y'all down for that? Hit the like button, drop a comment. Let me know what y'all think about that. I think that'll be good. I'll show, nothing crazy. Something nothing too crazy. But get in the show, do a segment of the show, me cooking in the kitchen. Because I do cook a lot. And I think it'll be different. It'll be good. It'll be a different experience. So we're going to do that. We're going to do the live show cooking next week. Looking forward to it. We got shout out to my Twitch watcher. Whoever's watching on Twitch, shout out to you. Thank you for watching. We got some people watching on YouTube right now. Thank you all for watching. Cheap Meals. Oh, look at you. There we go. Cheap Meals Sunday. Ooh. And I do cook on Sundays. Yeah, that sounds good. Oh, now you got me cooking. You got me cooking. I'm excited. I got to figure out what I'm going to cook. Cheap Meals Sunday. That's not bad. That is a great name. Cheap Meals Sunday. I can start cooking someone meal. We just chop it up, cook on the show, because, it's other stuff to do. Sometimes I get bored sitting here. There's other places to do the show. So I'm looking to do the show in other places and get out other things. I'm working on getting the guests, but, getting guests is hard. I got to book them. They got to be free. And then people come on here with them raggedy-ass cell phones. Look, I'm high quality. I don't like people getting on my show with the cell phone. They be up here trying to look at themselves. I don't like all that. So, but anyway, I got to work on getting some guests. Cheap Meals Sunday. That's what we got. All right. I'm gonna sit with that for a minute. V Money. I appreciate you. Thank you for that. And thank you all for tuning in. So I got some thinking to do. About the cooking show next week. And man, I'm gonna start bringing. I used to do I got Chef Fantastico. I don't know if y'all remember my chef character. I haven't done him in a while. Chef Fantastico. Oh man, there you go. I gotta bring Chef Fantastico back in the kitchen. So he'll be there too. Me and Chef Fantastico will be in the kitchen. That other part, yeah, we'll figure that out. Chef Fantastico will be in the kitchen this week. Sundays, we're gonna think about Sundays. Sundays is not a bad idea because I do cook on Sundays. So I'm gonna look at that. It might be Sundays. Sundays make sense though. Sundays does make a lot of sense. Whole lot of damn sense. So I'm gonna think about that. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. And everybody, thank you all for tuning in. We're gonna be back on Wednesday with the Wednesday rant. And I'll have my footage together from my bike ride, Ciclavia. Show y'all what was going on around LA. So I have all that together. I got to edit that stuff up. I'll have all that for you. And until then, yep, we'll be there. I'm thinking about recording the show live. So I'm going to see about that. I'm going to figure out if I can do the show live. We'll see. If I can get the show live, I'm going to put the show live up here and y'all can watch it. You can watch the show Friday night. Watch me get down. So I'll let y'all know. I got to work on that. But anyway, thank you all for tuning in. We're going to be back Wednesday with the Wednesday night rant. Everyone's appreciated. V Money, thank you. Phyllis Hall, Johnny Hall, our people. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate you all. Thank you all, everybody. And remember, cheap not broke. Live life at your price. Figure out your budget. What works for you. Hey, don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed of what your budget is. It's only you. Nobody should know anyway. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's your business. But put yourself in position to win. A budget is to put yourself in the position to win. And it's not to tell you no. A budget is there to tell you, yes, I got enough. I can. It's there to tell you yes, not tell you no. All right? All right, everybody. We're going to be back Wednesday night. I'll see you all. Thank you all. Take care.